tell you, God is black.
God is black. Everybody knows God is white.
Everything the white man taught you, you accepted. He taught you you were a black heathen, and you believed him. He taught you to worship a blonde, blue-eyed Jesus with white skin, and you believed him. He taught you that black was a curse, and you believed that. Did you ever look up the word black?
Hey, what's good, YouTube family? This is God Bless One. Thank you for watching another podcast of IsmokeHiphop. Let's get into it. Listen, guys, I was in a barbershop today, and I was getting a tape, and I know it's the weekdays. It's not the weekend, so it was not a lot of people in there, but it was probably around 7 to 8 people in there. We're all grown-ups. A lot of these dudes are older than me, right? And we mentioned the R. Kelly sex tape, and I just wanted to bring it up. Mind I tell you guys, I was a kid, but we're going to get into that. We mentioned the R. Kelly sex tapes, and one of the barbers goes, "You people are sick bringing that into here." But mind I tell you, this is the same guy who for like the last 3-4 years who will always bring up R. Kelly and the infamous sex tape and this and that. Oh, that nigga guilty. That nigga this and that. And my thing is, I'm not defending R. Kelly. I think R. Kelly is guilty 1,000%. I think R. Kelly is a disgusting pedo, whatever you want to call him. But my thing is, how would this guy know R. Kelly is guilty unless he's seen the sex tape? Now let me break it down. I seen the R. Kelly sex tape when I was a freshman in high school. Let me say that again. Actually, I'm going to be honest, either in 8th grade or a freshman in high school was when I seen the R. Kelly sex tape. And I admit to it. But I was a kid. But when I see these grown men try to, you're doing too much in lying, bro. You're doing too much acting like you didn't see it. If you want to ask me, I think 98% of the people who say they didn't see the sex tape seen it. And another part of me think 100% of everybody seen the sex tape. And if you guys want to be true, if you watch the sex tape and you were over the age of 18 or 17 and up, I don't know what your state's criteria were. Listen, you were watching child pedophilia. Yes, nobody want to talk about it. I seen DJ Vlad, Detective Vlad interview. He should be charged right now, wrong or right, talking about, I didn't see it for all that. I just wanted to see was he guilty or not. But my nigga, you seen the sex tape. So, and I'm not trying to snitch on anybody. I'm not trying to call the cops or anybody. I'm just trying to bring the point. Anytime we try to speak on R. Kelly and the infamous sex tape, it's always an overgrown weirdo trying to make it seem like he's so innocent, and people like you and I who were young at the time, and even if you were old, I'm gonna keep it real. I could care less. That kid is not my children, which I do think kids should be protected. But my thing is, I'm not here to attack anybody and arrest anybody. But when you do this and you attack anybody who bring up the sex tape, I look at you with side eyes like, who are you really behind the scenes? And why are you so defensive, when it comes to this subject? First of all, we're not going to talk about all these other white people who have done far way worse over the years. All these white counterparts, especially Tyler, the lead singer of Aerosmith, who adopted his wife when she was 13. He had to adopt her because she was underage. Then he got married to her when she was 14 years old. We can talk about Elvis Presley doing the same damn thing, meeting his girl when she was 12 years old, and he married her when she was 14 years old. We can go all the way to disgusting Woody Allen, adopting kids when they were his Asian wife when she was 2 years old. Then he married her around when she was a teenager or whatever it was. That's disgusting, but we don't talk about it. But anytime a black person brings up R. Kelly, whether they're defending him or whether they're just saying, how come we don't talk about the white counterparts the same way? It's always an old coon or even a young coon, because I see a lot of young people doing it as well, going on all these attacks like they care about kids. But when they come to the R. Kelly sex tape, they're trying to separate themselves quicker than white trying to separate themselves from white. And it doesn't make any sense. Just like the comment I just said, brother, sister, whoever you guys are, stop lying. All you people seen the R. Kelly sex tape. And if you guys are like me, when I seen the sex tape, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I was a young kid, even when I was 9 years old, I love older women. To this day, I love older women still. My wife is younger than me. And my wife always trying to worry about these young girls, and I always put in her head, it's these older women you need to worry about, babe. If I ever cheat on you, it will be with an older woman. Nothing can a young girl do for me, even when I was a young kid myself. So when I see you guys trying to act like, oh, I'm gonna separate myself, believe it or not, it was pedophilia you guys were watching. So you can play it off like you wasn't watching it, but you were. So when you're trying to see a dude like me who was a goddamn preteen, or not even a preteen, just a young teenager, and you're trying to throw my name under the bus because of this and that, what was your excuse? What were you doing during the R. Kelly sex tape, and what were your reasons watching it when it first came out? And do not give me Detective Vlad TV interview, oh, I was trying to make sure it was him. There's a lot of shit you could have done to make sure if it was him or not. What was really the obligation for you to click on that? Because back then they had Kaza.com and LimeWire. What were you doing downloading? There was no way you could have just streamed it regularly. You had to download it back then. So what were you guys doing watching the R. Kelly sex tape? That's neither here or there. All I'm saying is, I'm seeing all these wannabe activists of pedophilia and wannabe this and that. When are we going to talk about Woody Allen? When are we going to talk about Harvey Weinstein? And no, not the bullshit attacks they've been doing, but the real shit he's been doing behind the scene, and all the other men in Hollywood. Do you know when I did a research, I stopped doing the research because when I got to 138 different white men in Hollywood who's been guilty of this, I was like, Jesus Christ, Pandora box has just been opened, ladies and gentlemen. But you Negroes and coons need to cut it out. If we want to throw attacks, I have a right to call a lot of you guys out. What were you doing watching the R. Kelly sex tapes? That's what a lot of us would like to know. What were you guys doing? Exactly. Cut it out. And yes, if you guys are all wondering, that young lady is older than me. Yes. I do not feel guilty watching it during that time, but I felt disgusting. You know why? I was like, damn, R. Kelly, you let me down. Look at this girl. Who cares if she was a whore or not? You're supposed to be the elder. You're supposed to be the one teaching guidance. And let's just be honest. When I was in middle school and elementary, the jokes were running rampant about him and Aaliyah. I didn't see any of the teachers, any of the other of my peers who were in high school. None of you guys were saying anything about it. In fact, there was a joke about it. When Aaliyah came out with her famous song, 1 in a Million, they were like, R. Kelly was hitting these young girls 1 in a million. Yeah, let's talk about it. But we're not going to talk about it, are we? But we're going to be at our barbershops discussing everything else. But when a brother like me bring up the R. Kelly sex tape, oh, everybody want to get uncomfortable. Well, that's what I'm here for. That's what my YouTube channel is for. It's to make you uncomfortable. Because when you get uncomfortable, you start thinking way more. When you get uncomfortable, you have a plan of action. When you get uncomfortable, you get to call these things out, and you don't get to remain silent for well over 30 years and acting like now R. Kelly is some type of monster when we've been known he was a monster dating back to 1991, 1990, 1994. We can keep on going. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the charade, the facade, and let's own up to our own guilty actions and not point the fingers as if you can't be blamed. By the way, my barber is 53 years old, so that tells me you were well over the age when the sex tape came out. Let's cut up the bullshit charade, please. I'm your God Bless One. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. It's been real talking about these issues with you guys. One love, everybody. Hey guys, if you feel free to donate to my Cash App and my PayPal, I'll much appreciate it. But just remember, if you guys don't have the fun and don't care about donating, I don't force anybody to. Well, what I would love from you guys is to hit that subscription and also hit the notification box. Look to your left, look to your right, hit one of these great videos. And just remember, guys, my channel is nothing without you guys. And I always make sure you guys remember that. I'm somebody today because of you all. Thank you for supporting.